Hi, guys, and welcome to our Power Half Hour. Today, we are talking all about social media and how it can help us with our business. And because I am old, I need to put my glasses on. Now, I also have my notes right over here, so I'm just going to be looking over here every now and then. But this obviously is for you guys that can't hop on the calls all the time. I want to make sure that you still get the same information that you can apply to your business. So, while I am no social media expert, I have started 2 companies in Ottawa, both that had sort of sales components to them. And there was a couple of tips and tricks that I learned along the way that I wanted to share with you guys today. So I remember when I started my Arbonne business, I made the decision to create a new account that was dedicated solely to my journey. And I had 1 follower. But I remember one of my mentors at the time from my wedding planning business said, do you have can you influence that 1 follower? And I'm like, yeah. They're like, all right, well, you're an influencer. And that sort of stuck with me and sort of gave me the confidence and the courage to go forward. So the goal is always converting that follower to a customer and then ultimately a team member. So when my brides used to ask me about I love your lipstick, or your skin looks glowing tonight, what makeup products are you using? That sort of ties in nicely to the first point about social media, which is sharing is caring. So one of the things that I love most about Arbonne is that they have conveniently cut out the middleman in how they do business, where their consultants become their brand managers or their influencers, if you will. So we've talked about this before. We are all natural sharers. When we find something that we love and we happily share it with the people around us, whether it's a new hairstylist or a pair of jeans. When we fall in love with something, it's almost impossible not to tell people about it. So think of your own situation. How many times have you taken a friend's recommendation over an advertisement that you've seen on TV? I think you've heard this before. I think the statistics are we're 92% more willing to purchase something based on a friend's recommendation. So those are pretty good odds, and let's find out how we can apply them to our business, because social media is no different. We're just making those recommendations from our phone as opposed to from our mouths. So here's an exercise that we can all do to get you more comfortable in talking on your phone. Talk about something else. Don't feel like you always have to jump on social media when you're trying to sell something from Arbonne. Maybe there's a Starbucks refresher that you just tried that you loved. Great, talk about that. The whole goal is for your followers to see your face and your genuine love and your genuineness when you're talking about something that you love. So that when we do transition to a product that we're trying to sell, they know what our face looks like when we're being genuine and when we really do love something. Okay, number 2, market your products. Don't sell them. So there's a key difference between those 2 words. Selling is 100% product driven, while marketing is consumer driven. So that means it's our job to find out a little bit about our consumer or follower. So I'm sure you've heard this before, solve a pain point. So that's how you market instead of sell. So a good example for this is when the new coffee protein that Arbonne launched. They have some great media that they've done. They have some great images that we're all welcome to use. But if you were just to post that in a price, that's less effective than if we tried to market it to someone solving their pain point. So what if we tried this instead? Hopped on social media, got in front of the camera and said, I'm so excited that you've made the decision to join this 30-day program. I know that it's going to be able to help you in so many ways, but I know you're a big coffee lover and you're a little bit nervous about whether or not you can go the full 30 days without having coffee. That's their pain point. What if I told you I have a way for you to get your coffee flavor fix and still follow the program? See how we've solved their problem without even mentioning what we actually want to sell. Then after they've seen our face, they see that we genuinely want to solve their problem, then we can post the sales images of the product that we actually are trying to sell. Okay, number 3, post regularly. This one is important, guys. And exactly like what we tell you, you have to be consistent and show up to your business every single day. It's the exact same thing on social media. Consistency builds trust. Trust builds relationships, and relationships ultimately convert to sales. Make sure that you also respond to all of your comments. Social media is a tool for communicating with customers, not talking at them. So a lot of times people ask me, like, how many times should I post, or when should I post? And while there's no sort of magical number, I usually say that you should post to Facebook at least once a week, Instagram, so Twitter once a day, Instagram usually like 4 to 5 times a week, but definitely use your stories and everything else on that platform to its fullest. So the algorithms are based on keeping their viewers on the platform the longest. So take advantage of your stories, add in polls, add in questions, anything that's going to like engage your viewer to actually connect with something on that page. Instagram sees that and they're like, okay, this is content that people are engaging with, so we want to keep this on our platform longer. So whether it's like a story, a reel, a carousel post. So if you don't know what a carousel post is in your feed, how you can post multiple images so people have to swipe through, again, that gets them on the platform longer. Instagram loves that. All of this is going to help with your engagement. So I normally say, if you can convert your account from a personal account to a business account, do that. So not only does this like mentally trigger, this is the business in my mind, like in your brain, it will give you access to what actually happens on your account. So once a week, I go to Insights, I click through, it shows me who's interacted the most with my posts. Guys, that's like our 100-person list. Those are the people that we are targeting to become our preferred clients and ultimately our team members. Alternatively, it also shows us who's interacted least with our posts. So as much as it pains me, once a week, I go through that list and I remove those people. So you have to remember, Instagram's not a game about numbers. Social media isn't about numbers. It is very much about quality. You want engagement. You want people talking. You don't want people that are just following you that like have nothing to do with sort of your like exact customer. Instagram knows that, and they can see like inflated numbers. So it's so important to look at who is following you, who is interacting with you, and keep engaging with those people. Okay, number 4, create great content. Now, this sounds super silly. Obviously, we all want to post pretty pictures and all that, but you have to remember that even though you should post every day, you don't want to post just to post. You always need to add value to your followers. I would rather see 3 value-added posts that actually solved a pain point or a problem for me than 7 useless ones. So what does that mean? It means creating a content calendar, make a weekly schedule so that you can be intentional with what you post. You guys all follow me, so you know what happens on Wednesdays. I make a cocktail. And let me tell you, there are Wednesdays when I wake up when I'm like, oh man, I don't want to do my hair. I don't want to do my makeup. But I will say, since I started this business in February, I have not missed a Wednesday because my followers expect it. And I want to keep their trust by doing what I say I'm going to do. Because at the end of the day, that translates to sales. And not only that, I have people sending me drink recipes like all the time. I can be the greatest bartender in the world, which is really awesome. So always, when you're thinking about making a post, position yourself as an expert and tackle your post from that perspective. That will always be sort of more like productive. Okay, number 5, rewarding loyalty. So this is super important. When a follower converts to a customer and buys from you, it's your responsibility to thank them. There are a million ways they can spend their time on social media, but they have decided to follow you. They have trusted in what you have to say, believed in something you do, to the point that when you ask them to purchase something, they made that purchase. So obviously thank them, but use the platform to take it one step further. Send a tweet to show your appreciation. Tag them in a post about the benefits of the product. Ask them to send you a picture of them using the product. Share with them that there's a free gift or points to be earned. I'm never surprised by how far a thank you will take you. Just last week, actually, when I hit 3,000 followers, I sent out a little package of a sheet mask and 2 fizz sticks. And I am not even kidding you. Just yesterday, that the lady reached out to me and said she wanted to buy a box of fizz. So we don't always know where our sales are going to come from, but with our phones, we have access to a group of people that with consistent, genuine problem-solving content, we can convert those into sales for our business. Okay, one last tip. Show your followers that you're the best in the business. Come on, guys. We are. We are like, let's get glowing region. Are the best at what we do. Offer tips, offer tactics, offer insights, behind the scenes snippets. All of this that can relate to any way that your business is valuable to them. Then they'll keep like engaging with you and hopefully sharing your profile. Okay, social media relies on connecting with your customer and building a relationship with them. So even if a follower isn't ready to buy from you now, they will remember you in the future that you have done your job well. You can't force them into a sale, but you can make yourself memorable for all the right reasons. Okay, we did this in under 10 minutes. Guys, I want you to like go through those like 5 things and just pick 2 or 3 of them and action that for your business tomorrow. Action that for your social media, and really, again, try to be consistent with it. If you even do that for like a week straight, see the difference that's going to make. Love you all.